I'm actually sick to my stomach when I see how much pain and injustice you've endured alone. I cannot forgive what they did to you. And I'm not saying that to be dramatic. I'm saying it because I know what it feels like to carry something so heavy that your body starts to rebel against you. I know what it feels like to walk through your day with a smile plastered on your face while your stomach is churning and your chest feels like it's caving in. You have been doing that for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to just breathe without that weight pressing down on your lungs. Here's what I see when I look at you. I don't see a broken person. I don't see someone who is weak or flawed or damaged beyond repair. I see someone who has been through things that would have completely destroyed most people. I see someone who has been beaten down by life, by circumstances, by people who should have known better. And yet you're still here. You are still standing, and that is not a small thing. That is everything. That is everything. You have been dragging this weight through rooms that never even knew your name. You've been showing up to work, to family gatherings, to coffee shops and grocery stores, doing the whole human thing, nodding at the barista, making small talk about the weather. And nobody has any idea that 2 hours ago you were sitting in your car in the parking lot just gripping the steering wheel because your chest hurt so badly from holding everything in. That's the loneliness I'm talking about. That's the isolation that nobody writes about in those glossy self-help books. That's the feeling that you are the only one fighting a war that nobody else can ever see. And you have been fighting it alone for so long that you have started to think this is just what life feels like. You've started to believe that this exhaustion, this bone-deep tiredness, what makes you want to sleep for a week or two. But you cannot, because your mind will not shut off. That's just normal. That's just how it is. But I need you to know something, and I need you to let this land deep in that exhausted chest of yours. That exhaustion is not a sign that you are broken, and that's the important part. That's a sign that you have been carrying too much for too long without a single break. You've been the one everyone leans on. You have been the fixer, the mediator, the one who makes things okay for everyone else. And when the dust settles and the noise fades, there is nobody left to hold you. Nobody. You've learned to function at a level that is frankly superhuman. You've learned to absorb everyone else's pain, everyone else's problems, everyone else's drama, and you just keep moving like you are some kind of emotional crash test. But dummy. But here is the part that's been killing me. And I'm speechless. Nobody ever asks you how you keep doing it. They just expect you to keep showing up. They expect you to absorb the heat and keep moving like you are some kind of machine. I keep thinking about it, what it must have been like for you. All those moments when you needed someone to just see you, not to fix anything, not to give you advice, just to see you and acknowledge that what you were going through was real and it was hard and it wasn't fair. But instead, you had to face it alone. You had to swallow it down. You had to pretend like everything was fine, because that's what everyone expected from you. You have been holding space for everyone else while you have been shrinking. You have been making yourself smaller so you don't intimidate them, so you don't make them feel bad about their own mediocrity, yeah. So you don't shine too brightly, because they might get jealous. And just look what they did to you. They made you question your own reflection. They made you wonder if the problem was you. But the problem was never you. The problem was that you were surrounded by people who couldn't handle your light. People who saw your strength as a threat instead of something to celebrate. People who took everything you had to give and then had the audacity to ask for more. I'm so angry. Really, I'm so angry on your behalf. I'm angry at every person who made you feel like you were too much, every person who dismissed your pain, every person who looked at you, at your struggles, and turned away. You have been through things that would have broken hearts of people who don't even know you yet. And I'm not saying that to make you feel worse. I'm saying it because their recognition is the first step out of the dark. You have to let yourself feel the injustice. You have to let yourself say that was wrong. That was not okay. Because if you swallow that too, it turns into acid. It eats away at your insides and makes you feel like you deserve the bad treatment. And you don't. You never did. Let me tell you what I really see when I look at you. I look at you, I see a heart that the world has been trying to destroy. I see a vessel that has been shattered by the cruelty of others. But I also see that you have been piecing yourself back together with something far more precious than mere glue. You've been using something that's been forgotten, forged in the fires of your own experience. Something that came from your refusal to give up, from your determination to keep going even when everything inside you was screaming to stop. You have been building yourself back up from nothing. And that is the most powerful truth and beautiful truth I can share with you tonight. Think about what you have been through. Think about the nights you didn't think you would survive. The mornings you woke up wishing you hadn't. The moments when the pain was so overwhelming that you couldn't see a way forward. And yet here you are. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still feeling. You are still caring about the world, even when the world has been cold to you. That's the loudest statement of defense there is. That is your voice saying, I'm not done yet. I'm not vanished. I have more to give. I keep seeing this picture in my mind. I keep seeing this picture. It's you standing in the middle of a storm, right in the eye of it. And the winds are tearing everything around you to shred. Trees are coming down, roofs are flying off, but you're still standing there, you're holding your ground, and the wind is screaming at you, telling you you're not enough, telling you you are going to fall, you're going to fail, but you refuse to break. That's not just resilience, that's a miracle. That's the kind of strength that the ancient stories were written about. But nobody is writing about your story. Unfortunately, nobody writing your story. They don't see the war you're fighting in the quiet of your own mind. They don't see the way you pick yourself up every single day and face the world, even when you feel like you are falling apart. Here's the thing about what you have been through. The people who did you wrong, the situation that felt like they were trying to bury you, they didn't break you. They refined you. They give you edges that make you cut through the lies of the world. They gave you a clarity that people who have never suffered cannot access. You have the ability to see things other people cannot see. You can spot a fake from a mile away. You can feel someone's anxiety from across the room. You can sense the tension in a house before you even step inside. And that's not paranoia. That's a gift. That's your survival instinct upgrading to a spiritual antenna. You have been scanning the environment for threats for so long that you have developed a radar that is almost physical, psychic, and that is going to become your most valuable asset. You are going to be able to walk into spaces and instantly know where the light is and where the shadow is. You are going to be able to protect your peace, your peace, because you know exactly what a threat feels like. You are going to be able to protect others because you know what it feels like to be unprotected. But let me be honest. Let me be honest with you here, because I'm not here to sugarcoat it. That radar, that sensitivity can be exhausting. It can feel like you are drowning in everyone else's emotions. You pick up the pain of others like a sponge, and sometimes you confuse it with your own. You carry their burdens because you think that's what love is. That's what friendship is. But here is the truth that's going to set you free. Their pain is not yours to fix. You are allowed to put down the weight of the world. You are allowed to take off the cape. You don't have to hold up the sky on your shoulders. You have been carrying a mountain while everyone else thought you were just enjoying the view. They look at you. They look at you and they see a person who is calm, collected, and in control. They see someone who has it all figured out, but they don't see. They can't see the back pain from carrying that mountain. They don't see the silent tears at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., when the mountain feels like it's about to crush you. They don't see the exhaustion in your eyes when you think no one is watching. And that is the most devastating and isolating part of it all. That the total invisibility or of your struggle. I think a part of you has been screaming for years, but you have been too afraid to listen because you didn't want to be seen as selfish. You didn't want to be the one who walks away. You didn't want to be the one who says enough. But I need you to hear this. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. And you have been giving everything until there is nothing left. And then somehow you find more to give. It was exhausting. And that's not a flaw. That's your superpower. But it's also the root of your exhaustion. You've been pouring yourself out for people who don't even bother to refill your cup. I need you to look at your hands right now. Just look at them. Those are the hands that held dying people, figuratively. They have wept tears. They have built empires in your mind that no one else knows about. Those hands have reached out and saved people when you were the one who needed saving. Those hands have typed out messages of encouragement to people who didn't even answer you back. Those hands are scared from grief, from survival, from everything you've been through. And I want you to see the power in those hands, real power. I want you to see the strength in those fingers. I want you to see that everything you need to heal, everything you need to build a new life is already right there. It's in you. You have been holding on so tight to the past, to the hurt, to the betrayal, to the pain of what they did to you. And I understand why. Letting go feelings like forgetting. Letting go feels like saying it didn't matter. But that's not true. Letting go is not forgiveness. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is giving yourself permission to stop carrying something that was never yours to carry in the first place. It's giving yourself permission to breathe. Just breathe freely. It's giving yourself permission to live without the weight pressing down on your chest. You know what I've noticed during my practice about people who have been through what you have been through? They don't go looking for attention. They don't beg the world to see them. They don't ask for validation from people who have already shown them who they are. They just exist. They just keep showing up. They just keep doing what needs to be done. And the world has no choice but to notice. The world has no choice but to bend. The world has no choice but to reflect back their light because they are beautiful. And you are that person. You don't have to prove your worth anymore. You don't have to use up all your energy trying to make people see your value. The universe has already seen your value. The universe has been aligning things for you that you cannot even see yet because you are looking down at your feet. You have been thinking that you are alone, that you have to do this by yourself, that you have to be the strong one, the capable one, the one who has it all together. But I need you to know that the loneliness is ending. The solitary struggle is dissolving. I'm sensing, I'm feeling that you are about to be surrounded. You are about to be seen. You are about to be celebrated by those who matter, by those who matter. The ones who are supposed to be on your side are already on their way. They are the setting for the diamond gem that you have become. They are the silver and gold what will frame you and make you even more beautiful. You are not a lone wolf. You belong in a community, and your community is forming. Your people are coming. The universe is pulling the fabric of the life around you to make a blanket instead of a straight jacket. I know it feels like you have been fighting this battle in a vacuum, completely alone. But I'm telling you that the vacuum is collapsing. The void is filling up. The people who are supposed to be with you are on their way. They are coming to hold your hand, to carry your burden, to fight alongside you. You are not going to be alone for such longer. The universe is redeploying your support system. The cavalry is coming. So when I say my heart is breaking, it's not breaking from sorrow for your past. Although, yeah, a little bit. I'm breaking because I see the pressure of the moment you are in right now, the moment of transformation. You are in the stage of chaos. Everything feels like it's falling apart. Everything in the stage feels uncertain. You don't know which way is up or down, and that is really terrifying. But here's what I need you to understand. This chaos, this uncertainty, it's not the end, it's the beginning. New patterns are forming, new possibilities are taking shape. You are becoming something you haven't been before, something stronger, something freer, clearer, something impossible to break. And I know that thought might scare you. Success is scarier than failure sometimes, because if you succeed, you have to keep succeeding. Yeah, that's a tricky. You have to keep succeeding. If you shine, you have to keep shining. But if you don't have to shine for anyone else, you just have to exist in your own truth. Your frequency, your vibration, your authentic self is enough. It's more than enough. It's so much than the world is going to give, to have to adjust to fit you into its new dimensions. The world might see the scars, but I see the strength. I see that it took to survive them. I see the wisdom you gained from the fire. I see the beauty that has emerged from the ashes. You are not a victim of your past. You are a victor over it. And you are not defined by what happened to you. You are defined by what you choose and what you chose to do about it. You chose to heal. You chose to rise. You chose to become something magnificent. And I feel you sitting there, maybe with your arms crossed like this. Maybe skeptical, maybe thinking this is just I don't know, hype. They don't know what I've been through. And you're right. I don't know every detail. I don't know the names, the faces, the particular betrayals. But I know the feeling. I know the texture of it. I know the color of that kind of pain. It's a deep, heavy gray that seeps into the bones. And I know you know that I see the gray, but I also see the light eating through those gray clouds and turning them rose gold. I see the light breaking through the cracks in your ribs. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's been enough? You have done your time. You've served your sentence in the prison of other people's expectations. You've paid for sins that were never yours. Now it's time for a new contract. Now it's time to write the terms. The terms are going to be dictated by your heart. The enormous one that the world is terrified of. The world is terrified of a heart that cannot be broken, a heart that can be bruised, cut, and torn, but always heals itself. That is who you are. You are the healer. But before you can heal others, you must let the healing touch you. You must let go of the old wounds that you are still holding on to like badges of honor. Let them go. Let them dissolve. You don't need the evidence of your abuse to prove you are strong. You are strong just because you exist. That's the baseline. And this moment you are in right now, listen to these words. This is the pivot point. This is where the gears shift. This is where the road carves and you cannot see the wreckage in your review mirror anymore. Because you are not looking back, you are looking forward. You are looking at the open road. You are looking at the freedom you have been craving. The injustice you experienced, where you were treated like you were nothing, was a mirror. It was held up so you could see what you were not. You are not nothing, you are everything. You are the axis, you are the ground we walk on. You are the light in the corner of the eye. You are the feeling of safety in a room full of strangers. And people are going to flock to you, not because you are perfect, but because you are real. And that's more important than being perfect. Because you have bled, because you've cried, because you've been lost and found again. They are going to trust you because they know you have been through the fire. And you didn't burn up. You just became more radiant. I want you to breathe that in. Take a deep breath right now to that heart, of yours. Let the air fill in the empty spaces where the pain used to live. Let the air push out the shame. Let the air expand your rib cage and allow your chest to expand. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to breathe loudly. You are allowed to exist without apologizing. You don't have to shrink. You don't have to make yourself small. Expand yourself. You don't have to dim your beautiful light so that other people feel more comfortable. You are allowed to be who you are. Unapologetically, fiercely, completely. And here is the final piece that has been missing. You have been thinking that the struggle is the final stage. But what happens to someone who has been through everything? You know the answer. They get held, they get cherished, they get protected. You are about to be set into a life that protects you, that showcases you, that holds you close. The loneliness is ending, the solitary struggle is dissolving. You are about to be surrounded by people who see you, your tribe, who understands you, who appreciate you, who know exactly what you have been through, and still choose to stand by your side, by you. You are not alone. No, you never were. And you never will be again. I know it might feel like that right now. I know it might feel like you are still in the middle of it. Like the storm is still raging, like the ground is still shaking beneath your feet. But I need you to trust me on this. The worst is over. You have already survived the thing that was supposed to destroy you. You have already made it through the fire. You have already walked through the valley and come out the other side. And that's not luck. No, that's not luck. That's not coincidence. You know that I don't believe in that kind of thing. There is a proof that of your incredible, unstoppable strength. You have been tested by every element of life. You have been passed every single test. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. You are not just enduring, you are conquering. Your path hasn't been easy. It's out of question. But your spirit is literally bulletproof at this point. There is nothing that can hurt you the way you have been hurt before. There is nothing that can break you the way you have been broken before. You have been through the worst, the absolute worst. And you have emerged on the other side. You are immune to the tricks of the enemy. You are untouchable. It's okay to let your heart roar in private. You don't have to be the strong one for just a moment. You have been the strong one for so long. You have been the rock. You've been the fortress. But even fortresses need maintenance. Even rocks get weathered. It's okay to take a break. It's really okay to let your guard down. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to let someone else be strong for a while. Let's call it what it is. What they did to you was wrong. And you deserve so much better. I'm not here to make excuses for people who hurt you. No. I'm not here to tell you to just get over it. I'm here to validate your pain. I'm here to tell you that it was unfair. It was unjust. It was wrong. And you had every right to feel the way you felt. You had every right to be angry, sad, confused, and heartbroken. You are not being dramatic. You were never being sensitive. You were being human. You are the definition of resilience in the world that often forgets to be kind. You have shown the world what it means to be strong. You've shown the world what it means to never give up. You've shown the world that even when you are knocked down, you get back up. Even when you are beaten, you keep fighting. Even when you are broken, you keep loving. You keep loving, yeah. That is the spirit of true champions. You are not just survivor, you are an architect of your own healing. You are a champion. You didn't just escape the fire, you built a new house from the ashes. You didn't just survive the storm, you built a new ship to sail the seas. You are the author of your own story. You are the painter of your own canvas. You are the sculptor of your own destiny. And for the first time in a long time, you don't have to be strong for anyone else. You just have to be enough for you. And believe me, you are enough. You are more than enough. You are so much that the scale of the universe cannot measure you. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Lay down the armor. Take off the mask. Let the tears fall if they need to. Let the laughter come if it's bubbling up. There is no one here to judge you. There is only the gentle hand of the universe holding your face, weeping your tears, and whispering, I see you. I always saw you. And I never left you. I am rooting for you. Because hearts like yours are what keeps this world from going dark. In a world that often feels cold, cruel, and indifferent, your heart is a lighthouse. It guides the lost home. It comforts the weary. It gives hope to the hopeless. You are a beacon of light in a sea of darkness. And that is why you are so important. That is why the universe is aligning for you. Because the world needs your light. The world needs your love. The world needs your magnificent, enormous heart. And that is the truth that settles the dust. That is the truth that calms the storm. You are held, you are known. And you are loved beyond measure. Don't ever forget that. Even for a second. Because that is the truth. That is the truth that will set you free. Yeah, free.